sweet friends. Welcome to Wildly Planned, where planning is gentle, creative, and freely your own. Today, I wanted to do a flip of my current standard TN. This is what I am ending the year on, and so I thought it would be fun just to kind of walk you guys through my current setup, and I'm excited to see how this will change once the new year starts. I plan to do or try to do a monthly video just to show you whatever planner I'm currently in and what's working and not working for me. So yeah, let's get into it. This is a standard size traveler's notebook. This cover is the Love and Trip edition from Traveler's Company, and it is hands down my favorite. I really love the color, especially with the blush pink accents. I've always been a sucker for the blush pink, and I just feel like it complements it pretty well. This is such a gorgeous color for not only fall, but I think getting into winter and definitely when Valentine's Day comes around, I think it's just going to make for a really good setup. On the outside, I have a blush pink Ollie Block magnetic clip. I just stuck on this little butterfly charm here. I do have a Midori pen loop that you just kind of clip in, and I ordered that off Amazon, and this is the gel pen that I'm using. This is a extra band that I had. I want to say I had it from Poxy Fix. I don't know. It was just in my stash, and so that's what I'm using. I have about 3 inserts in here, and this is kind of what it looks like. I don't normally like to put more than 3 just because it does chunk up, and I feel like this is definitely at capacity. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. I've really surprised myself with how much I've come to love this size. I just feel like it is perfect. Right when you open it up, I did stick an adhesive pocket up front. I believe this was from a Simply Gilded box. I'm not really sure. A lot of the things I will try and tell you where I got it from, but I've been in this planner community for almost 10 years now, and I just have a bunch of random stuff, so forgive me if I don't always remember where everything's from. Here I did go ahead and add just some beautiful paper to kind of use as a dashboard. That way I can stick stuff on. So I have a picture of the girls here, and this is like an old card. This was a collab between Simply Gilded and the Planner Sophisticate, and I remember she was such an inspiration back when she did YouTube videos, and she had a printable shop which she closed down unfortunately, but I've always been such a big fan of Jasenia. So right up front, I have one of these like card inserts that come from like my Moterm one, or it's just something that you can get off Amazon. There's tons of shops that have this. So it comes with 3 credit card slots on the front. So I just have some deco, some planner cards, and this is just a card with all of my information on it. Queen City Designs did custom ones, but she unfortunately closed her shop as well. So I have that on the front, and then the back side of it is just a long slip pocket. So I just went and I threw in more deco. I have a picture of Aria, and then we're getting into my first insert here. Unfortunately, I do have a light as well, so some of it is going to be kind of, there's going to be that glare. But I do have just some like pretty paper that I stuck on the inside of this cover. This clear cover, I get asked about it a lot. This is from Planning with Kay, and it's made to fit the Traveler's Company's notebook. So I took some paper from the Planner Society that I had in my stash, and I just cut it and trimmed it down so it goes kind of the front and the back. So just a quick, easy way to add some deco. Oh, and here I just have like literally slide in deco, which is why sometimes it comes out. Now this first insert is kind of like my journaling / memory keep insert. So I just have some decoration up front, did kind of like a cover page. A lot of this is from High Paper Clouds, as you can see. Here I am listening to the Throne of Glass series on Audible. I did read the series minus Tower of Dawn. I was that person that skipped it because I couldn't deal with Chaol, and then going from Empire Storms, like trying to go to Tower of Dawn, I didn't. I skipped to Kingdom of Ash, but I am re-listening to it. So I just kind of made this fun spread where it just kind of tracks the order of how I'm going to be listening to it. I do Assassin's Blade third. I know some people like to do it first, and SJM recommends it fourth, but I always did it right here. So that's kind of my layout there. Here is my Christmas spread, and it's just something fun. I do print pictures off of this. This is like the Nimbot, and I did order this off Amazon. It's a more affordable way if you want to do like pictures, but you don't want to have to spend so much on like the Polaroids or the HP Sprocket, which I do have both of those as well. But it does print in black and white, and like I said, it's just a more affordable way if you plan to do more memory keeping. Here I did use it again. I did go ahead and put some wins that I had for 2025, and then I just stuck on more pictures, and again it just prints in black and white. And that's pretty much all I have so far. I'm really excited to use this insert and have it in here. This is from Midori, and it is the white blank paper. I find that I cannot do the cream. It just doesn't work for me. I've always been a fan of bright white paper, so I am happy that they offer this in the blank. And actually all of my inserts, my booklets, which I'll show you, it's all from Midori. It's all bright white paper. I have a blank, a grid, and then a lined insert. So that's all for the front. I have an extra sticky note, just some more deco that I slid in the back. And then here is the other half of this, and it just wraps around the insert very beautifully. I have pictures of the girls and just more kind of deco right there. Next, we are getting into my second insert. I do have this folder from the Coffee Monsters Co., and it fits perfectly for the standard size. And you open it up like this, and this is where I have it clipped on for the pen loop. By the way, this pen loop, I will be sure that it's linked on my Amazon storefront so you can order it. It does fit a wide variety of pens because it stretches, as you can see, so I really recommend it. And I've always been a fan of gold accents, so I really like it. But this is the front and the back of the Coffee Monsters folder, and then it wraps around your insert nicely. You have a little pocket here, and then you have two secretarial pockets. So in my pockets, I just have stickers, like stickers that I find that I've been reaching for. I do have, this is a recipe for some like cookies and cake that a friend had given me, so I like to keep that there for a quick reference. And same in the back, I just kind of have all these random stickers that I typically find myself reaching for, so I just keep it right in here. Going up into the next booklet, so this is my calendar insert, and it was such an ugly dark brown. And I don't mind like craft folders and the colors, but I just could not stand this dark one. So I used some Taylor Ryan Designs washi, and I just wrapped it, as you can see, because yeah, I feel like it looks so much better now. So this is my calendar insert. I went ahead and just stuck on some stickers, kind of decorated the front. This is a little note I made for myself, so it tells me how much, because this is a grid insert, so I just went and wrote down like the height and the width and what the actual height is. So it just helps me reference whenever I'm drawing a layout. I don't have to sit here and manually count it every single time. I just use this as a reference. This is, again, my calendar insert. It's where I have my monthly and my weekly, and it is just plain grid. So right up front, this is from My Minimal Planner. I trimmed it down, as you can see, so I could have it up here. I just really like this, so it's kind of like my cover page. I added some washi and stickers from Taylor Ryan Design. And again, I want to say this is a freebie for my minimal planner, but it just has an overview of the year here. My word of the year is intentional, just because I do want to be more intentional with everything that I do. That is one of my biggest goals for 2026. And then on this side, this was supposed to be a year at a glance, but I don't really need it. So I just went ahead and wrote things that I want to accomplish for 2026. Like, I want to run a 5K. I want to make sure I visit a Renaissance fair. My reading goal is 25 books because in 2025, that was my reading goal. And I just went into the biggest slump. I think I read maybe 10 books, maybe. So I really want to commit this year to making sure I read my 25 books. So I just kind of have this as a running list of things I want to accomplish. And I've kind of shared some of this on my Instagram, but this is a monthly that I went and I designed myself. I use stickers, washi. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I've been playing around with different types of weekly layouts just to see what works for me. So I did do this one here. I tried to play it up. I changed it. I did this one. And for Christmas, I did kind of more of the classic. I do know that Travelers Company or Midori, they have the dated weekly ones. And it's kind of a similar layout. You have a week on the left side, and then it's just like a blank page on the right. So this is this week. And yeah. I already went and I did January. I did change the layout slightly compared to December because I realized I don't need these extra ones. Yeah. I think with February, because there's 4 weeks and I am a Sunday start person for my monthlies, and then Mondays not Mondays. For my weeklies, I prefer a Monday start. I'm kind of weird like that. So for February, when I do the monthly, I'm going to have to decide if I want to keep it like this or just do the 4 weeks and make the boxes bigger. I'm not really sure. We'll kind of cross that bridge once I get to it. And then here is the upcoming week. I really do like this layout. It just reminds me so much of like Foxy Fix days back when Traveler's notebooks were really big, and this was just kind of like a classic layout along with a lot of the stickers and the deco. It just kind of takes me back to when I first joined the planner community. And so I have so much love for this spread. I'm excited. I do need to go in and actually fill out the week. I haven't done that quite yet, but we'll kind of see at the end of the week how I like this layout and how it's working for me. And here I have it marked with this clip. I keep this in here. This isn't really a bookmark or anything. I just use this whenever I'm drawing out my spread. So I just like to keep that right in there. And yeah, that is my second insert. Now we are getting into the last insert, and I do have this other wraparound. This is from the Travelers Company, so it has a slot on this side and the back, and it is another zipper, and it just wraps around the insert lovely. This is what came with my cover. This is the Love and Trip, and I just thought it was so beautiful. I just folded it in, and I'm using it as deco pretty much, especially because it does have a beautiful foiling. The inside, I just have the other side, and just more deco. And I did just add this in. So this is a plain like cardstock. It does have a little bit of a shimmer, and I just got this from Michaels, and I'm using this to wrap my third insert. So I just have a planner card here, and then I stuck in some die cuts here as well. My third insert is a lined insert. Again, it is the bright white paper from the Travelers Company. I have it wrapped with this beautiful vellum. This vellum is also from the Planner Society, and I went ahead and I decorated the book. So this insert is kind of more like a brain dump. I have extra sticky notes here in case I need it, and it's really just filled with random things, like things that don't need to go in my calendar or planning section, and it's not things I want to hold on in my journal. It's just random. Like here I have like a shopping list of Christmas gifts for the kids. Here I have a running like meals, because I typically meal plan for the week, like what our dinners are, and then we go grocery shopping for the entire week. And sometimes it can get very hard to decide what you want to eat every single day. And so I just kind of create this running list. So if I'm ever kind of stuck on what should we have for dinner that week, I can just kind of go through and look at some dinner ideas. And I really like that a lot of this is just random junk, basically, but it allows me to use all of my washi. Like I said, I've been in the planner community for 10 years, and let me tell you, I have a bunch of stuff. I have tons of washi and things that just sit, so it's nice to just go ahead and use it. Here I have just a list of things that I want, and then here is my order tracker, so anytime I place an order, I go ahead and write down, and then I just mark it off once I receive it. This is like a little freebie that came with my order from Hannah, and I just thought it was so cute, so I went ahead and just stuck it on there. This is a spread where I was testing out my fountain ink, and here I was testing out the difference between writing with my gel pen and a fountain ink, and just kind of playing around with it. This side, I wrote out, again, the Throne of Glass order. Don't mind my handwriting. I was using a dip pen, and it just takes some getting used to figure out like the pressure and how the ink flows, which is why some of it comes out a little funky. Yeah, another thing I will say, so I fully admit that I don't have like beautifully aesthetic handwriting, but that's okay. I just want to encourage all of you that no matter how you do your spreads or anything, like planning and journaling and this whole community is all about what fits you and your needs, and just have fun. Like, don't compare yourself to other people. Just use the items, write with the pretty pens. It does not matter how it looks. And then on the other side, I just had like a list of ideas I had for YouTube videos, because I do want to be more active on YouTube in 2026. And then I had just random ideas for reels. And that is pretty much my third insert. It's kind of just like a brain dump where I just write random things, because once this fills up, I'm literally going to chunk it, and then I'll replace it with a new one. And then in this very back pocket, I just have, again, more stickers. A lot of this is High Paper Cloud, because this is where I reach for the most. High Paper Cloud just is one of my favorite shops. And so, yeah, in the back, I just have this card. And here, again, this was a freebie I got from Hannah. I just really, really like this reminder, and I wanted it to be in the back. And this adhesive pocket as well is from the Travelers Company. I think that every TN that I have, I will definitely go ahead and stick this in the back. I just think it's very practical. And then I have a Coffee Monsters Co. washi card, and I just slide it right back here, because when I am planning and creating layouts and I'm using washi, I find myself reaching for it a lot. It helps me tear the washi a lot easier. So that is pretty much my setup. This is my standard TN. This is kind of what is working for me. I highly, highly recommend trying it out. I think it's a great size. It's still very portable because, it's not too wide, but you do have the height. So again, writing in these inserts just has so much room for whatever you need. And yeah, that is my current system. This is what I'm going into 2026 with. I'm very excited to see how that changes throughout the year. And yeah, with that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your year, and I'm excited to continue this journey with you all in 2026. Bye.